And I'm like, dude, it's okay. It's all right. It's just a bat. I didn't know it was a bat. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your friendly neighborhood white boy, and I'm joined again with Jacob, my live studio audience. So I got another story to share with you today. This is a long time ago. I can't remember. I think I was in the 7th grade. I was at the lunch table. My buddy comes up. I call him Smith, but his name is Cameron, and he's the guy that first made this channel. This channel that you're watching this video on right now, it used to be his channel. He made the channel. He's the one that, started everything, and he's the one that filmed the first video on this channel. We were talking to each other, and I was like, yeah man, we should totally hang out. And he's like, yes. So we planned for him to come over to my house. Middle school sleepovers. Isn't that nostalgic? Isn't that, those were the days, man. Mm-hmm. Sitting around, eating Hot Pockets, farting in each other's faces, pantsing each other. Ah, yeah, good old days. Whoa! So we came over to my house, and we were hanging out, playing video games and everything, and we got the greatest idea ever. Back then, whenever you got any idea, it was great because you thought you were the best thing since canned corn. It's how you think in middle school. Like, I'm better than everyone. My buddy Smith, he was like, dude, we should go ding-dong ditching. We put on our hoodies, we go out, we put on pants.
I'm glad.
No, wait, we already had pants on. I'm sorry, what's wrong with me? And I was like, dude, let's ding-dong ditch every single house in the neighborhood. So we go to the first house, and the first house, unfortunately, is the house of a person that my friend Smith knew. Is a person that he knew at like his church or something, or school maybe. We're going up to the door, and this bush next to us starts shaking, like, and we're like, what is happening? What is that? And my buddy Smith, he's freaking out. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, dude, it's okay. It's all right. It's just a bat. I didn't know it was a bat, but I wanted to tell him that it was a bat to ease his nerves. I wasn't scared. I didn't get scared. I don't get scared. But we go up to this one house, and we ring the doorbell, and we go and we hide behind a tree. We couldn't fit behind the tree, but we thought we were hidden because we were expert ninjas. But you could see like my butt sticking out from behind the tree.
Just like that.
Just like this. I was leaning over just like this behind the tree. And so we were sitting there, we were talking, we were like, man, nobody's answering the door. We should give up. So we're about ready to go back to my house and, cut our losses. But then my buddy Smith, he turns over and he points, he's like, lights! Lights! And we see like the patio light come on, and he's like, lights! And he runs into a neighbor's like carport, like their garage. And I hear him dive in there. He's like, and he like dives in there and he like trips over like a bunch of cans, knocks stuff over. I'm like, Smith, dude, what are you doing? He's like, dude, come on. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go in there. And so I thought, oh my gosh, this is the best idea ever. If I can align myself with the tree and run in the direction, in a straight line, it will look like I'm still behind the tree. It's a good plan in my 13-year-old mind. So I book it. I go down, but I hit a dead end. I get to a cul-de-sac in my neighborhood, and I see these like 2 girls hanging out outside. I'm like, holy crap, I gotta act natural. So I see a tree with a rope swing. Yes.
Do you know how to act natural?
No. So I go to this tree and there's a rope swing attached to it. I'm like, okay, I'm just a kid. I'm gonna act like I'm playing. And in my mind, I thought that the whole neighborhood was after us. I was like, they're all gonna come and get me. And so I start swinging on this rope swing. I'm like, and these two girls are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just playing with my friend. And they're like, where's your friend? And I'm like, I can't tell you. What? I can't tell you where he is. Are you crazy? And so I start going back up the hill, back towards to where Smith is, because he's still in the garage. I gotta go in and save him. So I'm walking up the hill and I see a car pass by. I'm like, oh crap. And now I'm gonna cut to Smith's perspective. He's in this garage and he's hiding under the car. And he's well hidden and his legs are sticking out from under the car. So he's very well hidden. And so the guy comes out and he hears the guy. He says, these stupid kids, I'm gonna go find them and see if they think it's funny. So he's like, all right, call the boys. We're gonna go get these kids. This
Oh
happened.
no!
He had like 3 other dudes in cars patrolling the neighborhood looking for us. And Smith is like, and he's like laying there. The dude brings out his golden retriever dog and he's like, find him. And the dog is like looking like, he's like looking for Smith. He picks up on Smith's scent and he like goes into the garage and he's like sniffing around and Smith's like, and the dog like turns around and walks away. But then it starts sniffing again. It's like, and it turns around and it goes back. It comes back, and it's like one of those horror movie scenes, like in that part in Jurassic Park where they're hiding from the velociraptors. Well, anyways, the dog starts sniffing, and he still doesn't find him. He's a stupid dog, and Smith's legs are sticking out from under the car. Like, how do you not see that? So the dog like runs off. And so the guy gets in his car, starts looking around. He brings his whole family with him. It's like a family trip. His wife, his pregnant wife, his daughter, and his dog, all in the car. And so now I'm going to switch back to my perspective, because Smith was safe. He got out of that somehow. And so I'm walking up the hill, going back. I got to save Smith. I got to get him. We got to get back to my house. And so the car comes up and it stops, and I'm like, crap, this is the guy. I'm caught. This is it. And I'm in my usual attire, collared shirt, blue jeans. And I'm like, you know what? I could lie. I could play this off and he could believe me. Like a scrawny little white kid wearing glasses, I can get away with anything. No, I'm kidding. That's not how things really are, but it was a good joke. But he opens the door, he comes out, he's got his daughter and wife with him, and he comes up to us, or comes up to me, and he's like, were you the one that rang my doorbell? And he's like huge. He's like 350 pounds and like 7 feet tall. He's huge. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be a good Samaritan. And I'm like, yes, sir, it was me, and I promise you we'll never do it again. And he's like, well, I appreciate your honesty, but I'd also appreciate it if you didn't do that again. And he shakes my hand and he like squeezes it super hard, and I'm like, ah! But I meet eyes with him. We lock eyes, and I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, because I don't want to die. So I walk back, and I'm like, I just survived. And so I'm like, Smith. And so Smith, he like comes out from under the car, trips over a bunch of stuff again. He's like, I can't see you. Andrew, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, Smith, let's go back home. And he's like, yes, let's go home. There's no place like home. And so, but the dude pulls up behind us again, and he comes back out, and he's like, okay, guys, I know what it's like to be a kid. Just don't ring my doorbell again. My wife, she's pregnant. She needs your sleep. And we're like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because this dude's huge. He's like 8 feet tall. He's like a Sasquatch. And so we're like, yes, sir. Yes. And so he gets back in his car. He goes back home. And his daughter, like, starts laughing. And that kind of makes me feel self-conscious. Because, you know, anything makes you feel self-conscious in middle school. And so she's laughing, and I'm like, crap, she's laughing at me because I'm short. And so everyone laughed at me because I'm short. So we go back home, and that was the conclusion of our night. And it's not a very interesting story. It's just a thing that happened. But yes, Jacob.
Do you still feel like everybody laughs at you because you're short?
Yes.
Oh, come here.
This is my only friend.
In the video.
Okay, guys. I appreciate you for watching the video. I love you guys. Don't let anyone put you down. The moral of the story is don't let anyone put you down because you're short, because you're amazing. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you look like. You're awesome. Okay? Thanks for watching the video. Jacob's crying into my shoulder because he's so touched. But thanks for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you next time. Peace.